Hey guys, it's Car Guy 11. I'm in my 2020 GR Supra today with my buddy Phil, who actually owns a 2022 GR86, which I just reviewed on the channel. And the purpose of today's video is to compare the two cars. And Phil has never driven the GR Supra, but of course he owns the 86, and I just got out of the 86. So I thought it was a great opportunity for us to talk about both cars, see the differences, and let you guys decide which one's the best for you, because really there's no wrong answer. They're both great cars. Of course, this one is auto where the 86 was manual, but it's really no longer an argument since the Supra's already been announced that it is going to be available in a manual. So
I think everybody's looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it as well. Guys, subscribe, because I'll hopefully be getting a Toyota press car later this year with the manual, and I will objectively evaluate it and see which I prefer. But the auto is excellent in this car, as is. We are in sport mode already, and this is sport suspension as well.
My first modern or automatic
Yeah,
ever.
Is this the most powerful car you've driven too? I think you mentioned something.
What was can you remind me of the horsepower on this thing?
I do have a small tune, a JB Plus tune on it, so I feel like it gives the power level of the 2021 and above, which is, 380 to 400 horsepower.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, this is probably one of the most powerful cars I've driven. It's definitely a lot more insulated than the 86, that's for sure.
And you can already tell, huh?
Oh yeah, a lot less road noise and engine noise.
Pretty easy to spin tire.
Yeah, that was what? That's 8 throttle? Not even.
Yeah, with the 86, you definitely, it's easy to spin in first gear. It's very short if you launch it pretty good, but you definitely get a lot of wheel hop when you do launch the 86.
Yeah, it smooths out a little bit if you keep them spinning, but I like the pops and cracks.
Yes.
Pickup is definitely a lot more instant. It doesn't feel like a turbocharged car, quite honestly.
Exactly, and that's what I love about this engine. The turbo threshold is very low, so you're on full boost. Actually, it's 1600 RPM with the 2020 model.
Okay.
2021s and above are, they say, 1800, a little bit higher.
Slightly different turbo?
It's a slightly different turbo.
Okay.
Slightly, the ports are different. But that torque is just...
Yeah, you just roll into it, and it doesn't need time to wind up or spool.
It didn't even downshift there. It was just all boost.
No, it was just a very light roll on. I don't think I'm quite ready to just mat it at this point, especially when I can't see in front of me.
Oh, that's one thing. Do you notice the long hood compared to the 86?
It's not that much different, quite honestly. The fender bulges on the 86 are a lot more prominent than this.
Yeah, I feel like the hood drops down quicker in the 86. It's almost like a mid-engine. And it doesn't feel like you're going that fast, right?
No, the sense of speed in this car is greatly diminished. I actually feel like I'm sitting up a lot higher than the 86.
There's a heads-up display, if you saw that.
Yes, I did see that. It's very faint.
You have polarized.
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
That's why. I swore off polarized lenses anymore. Turning, I don't know.
Bad.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty similar, actually.
The steering is a lot lighter than I was expecting.
Yeah.
I feel like the 86 has heavier steering.
It does, absolutely. Okay. Heavier steering, and I think it's a little bit better feel, honestly.
God, it does gather speed quickly though, doesn't
it? It's about a 2-second 0 to 60 difference. You definitely feel that, and I said that in my 86 review too. It's unfortunately you become a power snob, because although the 86 is very, it's a quick car and it's very fun, do get used to the power, and that 2 seconds is a big deal.
It's a big deal, yeah. And I can see getting used to it and not wanting to go back. Not like not able to or something, just not wanting to. It's like, okay, I've got this type of stuff now.
What do you think of the ride?
It's smoother. It's definitely a lot smoother because I don't feel as bouncy.
Do you feel the weight difference? So this is about 500 pounds heavier, if you can believe that. It's crazy.
So this is roughly 34.
Yeah, 33, 34.
That's really not bad for a modern sports car, though. Especially with the safety tech, the turbo. This is a small car, just like the 86, and it's crazy how similarly sized they are, yet how different the interior feels, size-wise. I mentioned this before we started recording. I actually feel a little claustrophobic in this car. I feel like it's got a smaller greenhouse.
Yeah, I think the roof comes down farther, and it's like right in the middle of your head, so. Yeah, the roof is down lower. The C-pillars are ginormous in this vehicle. Okay.
And
no rear back seats.
So. No, but the rear window is tiny as well.
That's true.
So it's almost like this is a tiny Camaro or Challenger.
Yes,
that's the vibe that I get from it.
Yeah, and the windshield is very narrow as well.
Yeah, it's almost like you're looking out of a letterbox movie. Style. I want to try it in manual.
Okay.
See if I can keep up.
Nope. See, you caught the red line and it hangs.
Yeah, it does.
Woo.
Yeah, it definitely gathers speed so much quicker. But the lack of nimbleness, like, that's where I think I'm noticing the weight more is on that initial tip in, the turn in.
Okay, yeah.
It's softer. And I kind of like the dartiness that the 86 has.
Yeah, the 86, you could place it anywhere you want in the lane. It's just so light and nimble. That's my favorite part about it. See it crack off those shifts in auto. It's because if in manual you hit the red line, it hangs up, you know.
So if you're on the brakes hard, like I was right there, slowing down from X speed, it'll really go shift right up.
Oh,
the red
yeah,
line.
it's awesome. It downshifts on braking. It's like the Porsche PDK transmission, and even when I do performance driving on track or even on mountainous roads, I usually keep it in auto because it knows exactly what to do.
It seems smart enough, yeah.
And I'm really curious the gearing of the new manual Supra. I know obviously it's not going to be as short as the 8-speed auto since it's only 6 speeds, but yeah, that's going to be interesting as well. I know it's going to be a slower car in general, but
yeah,
that's to be expected.
That's one of the things that I think they said during the announcement is that, yeah, this is a slower car, quite obviously, but it's built for the driver. It's built for the experience. It's not really built for straight line speed.
It's one thing, 86, you could plan it anywhere in a corner. You're never going to lose the rear end. You can extract almost 100% of that car on the road or even on track and not kill yourself.
It's real easy to drive that car very quickly in normal settings and have it not be completely insane. I was just like rolling into the throttle more. You feel the little wiggle of the rear end there?
Yeah.
So I was on the brakes, it downshifted, and the rear end just wiggled there.
Okay. You just gotta always be ready to keep the car straight, and that is one of the criticisms of the Supra because it's it's
a sports car though. Like, the liveliness.
Well, yeah, I mean it is more fun, but it's not like a Porsche where it's focused on going straight on the track, no matter what. This car is more playful, and you can, the rear will come out easily.
Playful, but still very planted.
I do like the dual personality of this car, though. You can put it in that normal mode and then just cruise on the highway.
Yeah, just zone out and do your autopilot thing. Go to your destination, do your 400-mile trip or whatever.
Yeah, and you get like 35 miles per gallon. It's unbelievable in this car. The 86 was good as well, but not as good because that gearing is so short.
Yeah.
It's like over 3,000 RPM at 75 mile an hour. So.
Well, at 70, you're at 3,000
right.
RPM.
Yep.
That's something I've learned.
I actually averaged 26 miles per gallon in my whole week of driving 86, and that was with aggressive driving. Now, there was a lot of highway as well, but I thought that was good. And if you were hard on this car, like I'm getting below 20, like around 20 right now.
Well, I knocked it down 0.1. It was 19.9 when we got in the car.
Yeah.
And my foot's put it down 0.1.
But if you're not in a turbo on this car, then you get good mileage. And this, of course, is a 3-liter 6-cylinder. I don't even know if we talked about that, but
3-liter straight 6 single turbo, correct?
Single turbo. 86 is now a 2.4-liter flat 4 boxer engine,
rather than the 2.0 from the previous gen. Yeah, despite the numbers looking fairly similar for the 86 to the previous gen, the feeling of them is very different.
The only thing I really wish they updated was the lumbar support in the seat, which they updated the seat, but they didn't add the lumbar.
They didn't add any lumbar. That's correct. Yeah,
that was a big one. Let's talk about pricing a little bit. So the Supra's about $20,000 more than the 86, plus or minus, because you can get a 4-cylinder turbo Supra as well. But is the Supra $20,000 better? I mean, it's a tough question. And of course, if you don't have the $20,000, it's not even a question. But if you did have the money for both, you know, what would you choose?
Money, no object. I think I'd be going for the manual Supra. I really miss the manual, although the automatic in this is not bad at all. I don't have anything bad to say about it, but I miss having my left foot do something. But yeah, the money, that's a big part for me.
Right.
I could not justify the extra 20 grand. I genuinely believe that the 86, the new GR86/BRZ, is the best driving experience that you can get for under $40,000.
You know, I agree with you. I wholeheartedly recommend it above front-wheel drive vehicles in that same price range. It's a blast to drive, and I put over 600 miles on that car. So I loved it, and I loved the previous gen as well. I like the improvements of the second generation. For me, obviously I own a Supra. I do still appreciate the power of the Supra now, you know, because I have the C7 Corvette as well. I do like the dual personality because I do take long trips a lot. And I love the adjustable suspension. The adaptive cruise control is awesome as well. So I think I would spend the $20,000 more, and obviously I did, although the new 86 wasn't available, of course, when I bought this car.
The 86 with 300 horsepower would be perfect.
Yes, I wouldn't mind more power in it, of course.
I say it's great, but not perfect. I think it would be genuinely perfect with slightly wider tires and 300 horsepower.
Yeah.
That's about it for my, that's about it.
All right, guys, give us your thoughts in the comments below. Curious to hear which way you would go. And, you know, of course, price is a big consideration, but if price wasn't a consideration, give us your thoughts as well, because, you know, it is a good question. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this one. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next video.